First at 6 tonight, that dramatic rescue playing out on Lake St. Clair.
That's right. Tonight, the officer who risked his own life to save the driver is talking about his heroic actions. The drama playing out near the intersection of Lakeshore Drive and Lockmore in Grosse Pointe Shores early this morning.
7 Action News reporter Matthew Smith is live with what the officer is saying about his daring decision. Matt?
Well, hard to believe, but he's being quite modest about it, saying it's a real team effort. You take a look at the choppy waters behind me, Lake St. Clair, it is rough waters. This guy jumped in with no regard to his own personal safety, saving a life, and because of that action, 2 men are alive tonight. The water is ice cold and unforgiving.
Part of it was luck. It was just timing.
That said, this modest guy, Officer Tony Spina, he didn't give up.
They're out there quite a ways. Contact the Coast Guard.
The voice you're hearing via 911 audio is Officer Spina. He was the first to arrive after a car crashed into Lake St. Clair. How? We still don't know, but that was the last thing on this guy's mind. No lights on the water just after 5 o'clock in the morning.
Obviously it's dark out, but I was able to see some taillights out 20-30 yards into the water and started, calling out to see if anybody responded to me. Fortunately, I was able to hear someone calling for help. It was faint.
That's all it took for Spina to jump into this. No wetsuit, no rope, just a few words.
When I started, roll me a medic.
And in he went.
These kind of rescues make you so proud.
His chief obviously proud, and while some could argue it's what these guys train for, think about it for just a second. A dive team deemed it was too dangerous to get into this to get the car out today. They'll have to be back tomorrow, but Officer Spina, quick to tell me others deserve the credit, well, he did go in. It wasn't easy.
I was holding onto the seawall with one hand, and then as I grabbed him, I was able to kind of like shove him in front of me, and then I was both hands onto the seawall, just holding us in place. So I just kept telling him, I've got you, I've got you.
He kept giving that reassurance again and again until he calmed down. That's because the guy was carried up by a wave out of the water, and he just kept thrashing. He didn't realize he'd actually made it to safety. Officer Spina says that he's just glad that he was able to take a warm shower, relax. He only slept a few hours, and get this, he's gonna be back on the job in less than an hour. Not a day off for the hero out here in Grosse Pointe Shores. We're live, Matthew Smith, 7 Action News.
Pretty incredible, Matt, that officer jumped in, risking his own life to save others. That is a true hero. All right, thank you for that live report.